as well as other places. So she's certainly not proficient, since she doesn't have etiquette or any of that stuff, but she's had a little bit of experience. Let's put it this way.
Harold?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I might have to ask. Oh God, what's his name? Is it Mish? Oh God, I forgot his name. The household we're working for. His name.
Nobuan? Mashta?
No boy. You know this invitation? Is it done by letter of invitation?
It's essentially,
or is it by like word of mouth?
Master of Nobuan and his daughter plus guest. Invitational.
That's an actual invitation, a letter.
Yeah.
Oh God, don't! Please don't.
Would Lafdul be able to go to the? He doesn't. He's just asking the GM whether or not Lafdul would be able to come to this realization. Would Lafdul be able to get an imitation, not of that one, but a fake invite?
What?
A forgery.
That had different. So basically, a forgery with different names on it.
Yeah. So basically, Lafdul could also attend, so to speak. It's just an idea he's thinking of.
If you came up with the idea, if you came up with the idea, then yeah, Lafdul would come up with the idea.
Well, I just thought of that. I didn't know whether or not.
Does he have any forgery skills? Is really the real
question. Go to the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, he's talking about hiring a forger to do it.
If you get one of us in, then you could get all of us in.
Well,
but
stand out. I might be able to get like maybe one or two more of us in, maybe.
I think one's fine is good enough. We just need one person to keep an eye on Homiko the whole time. See if we can spot Ryoto.
And plus,
you can certainly try. You can certainly.
No. What I just thought about this now, because it's in a different area that the Thieves Guild operate in. It would be the wrong Thieves Guild to ask for this type, because it's not an area they cover.
But the ball is in the High City.
Oh, is that?
Which is in their area.
Ooh. Alright, he's definitely doing that then.
Okay.
Oh boy. I hope you get a good one.
I'll just go in.
Well, at the end of the day, they can just reject me.
What's right?
I'm pretty sure there's I don't know about Brow Law, but I'm pretty sure there's something against having forgeries and such.
Well, if he wants to get in, and he could get in, and if they don't notice that it's a forgery, then why not?
This is still out of character, right? Because
I doubt he'd get jettisoned for doing it. But just in case,
the question is,
just in case you get caught, I could give you some tips on farming.
Oh my God.
But none of our characters know this because Lafdul keeps this I would think not tell anybody else that he has this plan.
Yeah,
that's up to Lafdul. That's not up to us.
I've not said anything to the party.
Fair enough.
But
especially with the paladin currently around.
But yes, so you can definitely go and ask and see if you can
ask about the customs about it. What would be the consequence, etc. They tell me anyway, so
yeah,
I don't know in person.
Well, Ockar, do you want to be the person that wanders around in there?
I'll do it.
At the ball? Okay. Then I'm going to be instructing Ockar to the best of my abilities on the proper protocols to do.
Okay.
Everything.
Can you get Mishta to help you as well?
That would be a good idea.
Yeah, because
You both pitch in and hold each other.
Nobuan's going to be pretty busy during the day, but you know, if you decide to ask, you can ask him what who else is attending the ball kind of thing.
Jundo could help.
Jundo isn't invited, by the way.
It's not.
Jundo isn't invited.
So you're going to go ask?
Yeah, to figure out who's going to be there, so I know the proper etiquettes to need to be observed.
Nobon tells you that it's for a wide variety of high society people. It is heavily focused on high society people from Shou Town, but there's a high chance that a number of the other nobles or members of their families will be there. Less likely that there'll be any elves or dwarves there. Unlikely, very unlikely that they'll see anyone from any Illithids or Drakon or anything like that.
I wouldn't expect so. Oh, here's an. I was looking at the augury spell. It might take a week to make, but the spell component is not used.
Yeah.
Which is really good.
But it's also expensive.
Well, yeah, but
it was like
Lafdul has a lot of gold. We all have a lot of gold at this point.
Speak for yourself.
I spent a lot of gold getting stuff for when we're eventually gonna.
Yeah, he has.
I spent a lot. I don't have as much as I used to, but I still have quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I bought that potion of superheroism and stuff, right? So.
All right. So, by the way, anyone else can kind of, go there as guards as well, and you'd spend time with the guards and servants and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was thinking that's a good idea. How long have we got?
I was thinking somebody should go as a guard too, but
how long have we got before people need to set off?
It's still mid-morning right now, and the ball will start in the evening, so you've got most of the day.
I'm gonna actually ask, since Leva has a bet. I know Leva's smarter than me. I'm gonna ask her maybe if she wants to go do more research or research with me. If she doesn't want to go, I'm not gonna go do research again.
Braxon's got a window box he wants to pretty up.
I look at I know Braxon, but I'm not letting everybody know. I want to try to finish this tonight if we can.
Well, we'll do the best we can.
How long do you think it would take Braxton to finish up the window box and get it ready?
Well, you could, depending on what additional stuff you want to do, you could certainly finish the box today.
Well, it was finish the box and try to find a couple of things that would look slightly elegant to stick on it without it taking too much time.
I'd say you could get that all done today.
Yeah. Thinking maybe something that's like good luck in Shou or something to sort of nail onto the outside from the market or something like that.
Fortune cookie.
Fortune cookie.
Oh my god.
That's just being racist to there.
You could, you could try some stuff.
Yeah.
You can certainly get it done today.
Shower are like Chinese and
the equivalent then.
Okay, well then he'll head off and he'll also check in with the ship's crew.
Okay. Alright, yeah, well, what else does everyone else want to do? Higgimus and Ockar are going to be pretty busy. Lafdul, you want to head to the...
We're going to be going over etiquette and buying a suit, apparently.
Yeah.
I was going to say, get him some clothes that you can wear for this thing.
I think that should come out of our common pool.
That makes sense.
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe Higgimus, maybe he wants to buy his nice clothes and keep it for himself.
Who?
I think eventually everybody should get their own nice clothes, but...
Yeah, I'll take care of the price of the clothes. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
So, what's Homiko doing today?
She will be heading to lunch with Jundo.
Mm-hmm.
At his place, it sounds like this time.
Yeah, and then returning to get ready for the ball.
So no shopping, nothing like that today?
Nope.
What state is she in at the moment?
Not quite as radiant as she was, but she's still in a pretty positive mood and attitude and everything like that.
I'm gonna look at Lafdul and I say, you can do detect thoughts, right? Maybe later unless you switch that one out.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind then.
So if you want to...
take more combat
I'd like
skill.
to observe her.
So you want to follow her to the lunch kind of thing, or?
Well, the question is, we probably make it worse. So, may not be the right thing to do. We saw yesterday how it turned out.
Well, I don't think anything just makes it worse. It just gets progressively worse over time. I don't know. Following her,
we don't know. We really don't know. That's a total assumption, and we don't know.
well, that's how it appears to do. How it appears to work right now.
Not necessarily. We just don't know.
Okay. Let's not get stuck in an argument like that, please. Because that happens way too often.
What I was gonna ask actually something. Since you know what type of magic it is, the schools of magic, and there's and you know it's a charm spell of some sort. Could you do a spellcraft check to see if you could figure it out?
No. To know the to know the spell itself, you have to see the spell being cast. Because there are too many different effects that once they're cast, they basically look the same. Like, once it's cast, there is no difference between a charm person and a charm monster spell, for example.
Or even mental domination.
There might be some differences there, but I mean, the point is that just from, someone is under the effects of a spell, spellcraft will not work in that regard by telling you the exact spell.
Okay.
Leva would actually like to go and do some research, but not into the culture or the spirits or anything else of the Shou culture, but into the happenings of the night. What could be behind what is happening at night? Things coming to the window, disappearing, funny smell, vanilla smell.
It's not vanilla. I was just asking if it was vanilla.
When Braxon...
Well, it doesn't matter what it is or what smell it is, but the type of smell that we smelled, and
you guys didn't smell any smell. Tayan
that
did.
Was Tayan.
But Tayan can't transmit to you that information so that you know what it smells like without having smelled it yourself.
Correct, but I can still have the happenings of the night, like footsteps or just footprint in front of a window or somewhere that disappear. There's no steps of walking. Then the rabbit tracks. And
basically,
yeah, no, I mean, if you
both of them connected with a particular smell that we don't know, but maybe we don't need to know, which is why, I mean, that's what research is, to figure stuff like that out.
Yeah, if you want to go do that you certainly can.
That's basically what I was gonna do. Look more into things like, what the hell could this be?
Okay.
And I'm not going to restrict it to the Shou culture at all.
All right, so you two are going to go to the Seekers again and see what you can find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. What time do you want to get back? Like, just in time for people leaving for the ball, or what?
Have we decided? Yeah, we have decided. Ockar goes to the ball. we don't. If we talk to the people before we leave, we don't even need to be back for when they leave for the ball. We need to be back for when they return from the ball.
Well, it depends on whether you wanted to go as guards and servants and chat with other guards and servants. I mean, it's up to you. You can leave that to other people.
Leva doesn't want to.
Okay.
Because she thinks, she may be wrong, but she thinks that Taisuke probably got more out of the guards and servants than we can get out of them.
Okay.
In terms of rumors and stuff.
Okay. Lafdul, you've gotten all your spells now. You can head over to the Thieves Guild if you want.
Yeah. He was just thinking that well, as on the, if everything goes to pot, so to speak, and what's our end goal? To basically intercept whatever's coming to the window.
Well, the thing is I guarantee you it's not going to visit tonight. It's going to meet her at the ball. And so my idea is to deal with it is to
what?
Cut
off.
to get people looking into Ryoto more, because that name was popping in our head. So
Actually, I just realized Leva changed her mind. What she wants to do, she wants to be there when the ball starts, and she wants to be there in front of the door, in front of the entrance, with detect magic on to see whether any of the people walking in test positive for magic.
That might be difficult. We'll have to play around with that when we get to that point, just because, number one, you haven't been there before, so you don't know what the situation's going to be like at the door. But you can certainly have that as your plan to try to do.
Okay, that's my plan to try and do.
I want to talk to the guard guy who's going to be talking with all the other guards, who basically, I'm going to ask him if he can keep an ear out for Ryoto, see if he can find a Ryoto servant, and then I'll let the master of the house know he should keep an eye out for somebody with the name Ryoto. It doesn't necessarily have to be the one he knows about.
Okay. All right, Lafdul, you head to the Thieves Guild for the Juggler's Men.
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking up. Yeah. All right.
Is it the Juggler's Men? I thought it was the other Thieves Guild that wasn't the Jugglers or the Yakuza.
No, he's with the Juggler's Men.
I look around, see if I can find Samira first, or Ruff, I guess. Either one.
Okay. Well,
Samira would be the first one.
You had told Woolruff that to give his information.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. All right. So let me do her proficiency check. See what information she found out
about Ryoto.
And if she even was able to read the letter, I only thought about this in hindsight. I could ask the Uref to pass along that information that I wrote in the letter. But
that's fine. She's
a deal break. She's an
information broker.
Broker.
She might not know every language, but it's a common language to know Elven.
She definitely would know Elvish. All right, so you
we're not that covered.
You meet with her, and she looks to you and says, All right, I was able to find out where he lives.
He exists.
He does.
I
Okay.
look
Yes.
skeptical.
There isn't a whole lot of information about him. It seems like he only arrived on Brawl about 2 years ago.
2 years ago. He's been here a while now.
And he's a rather mysterious and somewhat reclusive person.
Is he a trader? Does he trade and stuff? Why would he? Does he just live here?
He is more of an investor and a speculator. He puts money down on other people's ventures who need some additional funds, fronting the money for their purchases, and takes a cut of the profits after his loan is paid back. Things of that nature.
Oh, I see where this is going.
So he has no ships of his own, but he does appear to have... he is a man of means. He does have money of his own. I was not able to determine how much, and I asked around. No one has burgled his house. The Yakuza don't do that very much, so it's unlikely that they've had anything to do with him. And I do not have contacts with them, so I was not able to find out if they've had any dealings with him. But no one here has... well, I should say, no one has... that I was able to talk to has made an attempt on burgling his house.
Did I know if he was Shou? Of Shou descent?
He is not. He is more similar to the people from Kozakura, but he appears to be from another world entirely. I was not able to find that information out.
Is there...
Do we get a good description of him?
Yeah.
What he looks like and such, and his facial features. Things that stand out about him particularly.
Something
she does not have that information because she was, asking around stuff like that. She knows where he lives. She did not go to his house. She did not talk to him. She has not seen him.
Does she... Well, she's investigated him and his business, I assume, so...
Essentially, yeah.
Does she know of other contacts that he might have worked with?
She's able to furnish you with a couple, independent shippers. But she also tells you that it seems like he has probably done some work with the Dragon Lady.
Here's a question. Do the people that invest with him suddenly become very successful all of a sudden?
I don't know, is that something that you would think of, Lafdul? Since Yeldan's not there.
Yeah.
He seems wise about his investments. It doesn't sound like any of them have gone sour, but nothing stands out about the investments that may indicate that there is something magical in nature going on.
So none spontaneous extreme success. Nothing to do with luck.
No, it seems all perpetrated, I guess. Were you able to find any information about this Turu fellow, this dwarf? That's his, he works with her. This Ryutu fellow. He's like a courier. I wasn't sure if they were related. That was the stuff in the letter I wrote.
The only information that I was able to gather is that he is one of his Korobokuru servants.
I'm sorry, what servants?
Korobokuru. That's the name of the Oriental dwarves.
So that dwarf is a servant of Ryota. That's important. We didn't know for sure about that.
Yeah.
So now we know where the hairpin came from.
Maybe.
Alright, what did Warif find any... Did Warif contact you at all? I sent him out to scout out a house, follow someone. I don't know if he found anything. We found some odd tracks there.
Yes. He said that he felt more comfortable talking to you directly about that. I believe he is asleep right now, and you could probably catch him a little bit later this afternoon.
I'll say 3 hours, 4 hours,
something like that.
Mid afternoon.
Yeah.
Or early afternoon. Because I'm probably going to go to find out where Yeldan and Leva are.
Well,
they would have told me, and I'd thought about passing on my information to them.
Did you want to check about a forgery?
If I remember correctly, we're basically doing research into the ball.
Yeah, the thing is with the forgery is I can ask for him. All right. Do you know someone who works with forgeries? Like invitation to. All right. Would the guild? Would you know anyone that the guild? No, that's the wrong way of wording it. No, I just asked. Do you know anyone that works with forgeries? To like high social places, like balls and stuff.
Of course.
Yeah. Could you refer me to someone?
Sure. You probably want to speak with... Let me actually check to see if there's anyone in the brawl material might do forgeries. Give me just a quick second.
That's also part of the jugglers.
Well, they may be independent, but... Let's see.
I mentioned to Samira that there's a ball being hosted at that. Oh God, I forgot his name. Lord something.
Chan Fui.
Jan Fui. Jan.
Chan.
Shan.
CH.
Oh,
Hell yeah, and it's likely that
Shan.
Ryota's gonna be there, so...
Yeah, we've got a strong suspicion that Ryota's going to be there. I'm not sure where I was going to go with this, actually.
Why are you telling her in the first place? She doesn't need to know.
Well, no, she's investigating him, so it doesn't matter if she knows that he's there. Yeah.
Yes, but you don't need to tell... The thing is I've been thinking about this. Is part of me... I don't want to tell you how to play, but don't tell everybody you're working with from the Thieves Guild everything about the job you're doing.
I'm just here to exercise the spirit. I'm looking for information. I want who this person is. That's all I want to know.
Yes, but...
I think his point is that most of them don't care.
Yeah,
if you go to them and say, I want information about this person, they're not going to say, well, why?
Exactly.
No, that's a fair point. Yeah.
All right, let me. I'm checking the forgery proficiency, see what the information about that is.
Yeah, like how skill of a forger you're gonna need.
Well, it's. I don't know if I want to get the forgery though.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought about it, but when I overheard that Mashita, when he said it is going to be a majority of going to be Shou people, it's going to be a bit hard for me to get a forgery.
To blend in, yeah. I wasn't going to say anything, but I was thinking it's probably going to be mostly Shou, and you'll stand out like a freaking sore thumb.
Yeah, that's what made me Oh, at first I thought it'd be everyone, but then I realised then after Old said about the strict, races, it's mainly going to be Shell people. I thought, oh, well, better not. But I'm still curious, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, you can find out pricing and such.
Yeah.
In case you need them for the future.
She directs you to an independent person who mostly works as a scribe, but
I will write down the name.
For the people who are in the know, let's see. Kaldar. And he works as a scribe.
Calder? Or AR?
Yeah, AR.
Caldar.
Yeah.
Right. Scribe. Do I need to... What is he, race?
Human. If I don't say what race they are, they're human.
Yeah, human, yeah. Just no last name, no nothing.
Yeah, just Kaldar the scribe.
Alright.
He has a small scribal business in Low City.
He works with all things written, I guess.
Yeah. And for those in the know, he does forgeries. She asks if you have a copy of the, or if you have an example of the invitation. Otherwise, that might make it a little bit more difficult for him.
Yeah, I think about that at the time. I don't currently have one. I could probably get hold of one, or a copy of it.
Okay. Well, that's the information that you have. If you wanted to go see about pricing out a forgery, you can go do that.
I won't do that yet. I will meet up with Yeldan and Lever.
We're at the Seekers,
I'm
right?
the only one that never got the membership, so...
Yeah, but if you just tell them that you're there to see someone who's there, they'll bring them out to you.
Alright.
Yeah, we're at the Seekers. I didn't necessarily... I thought it was like a public library, so...
No. I didn't
or
want
a
to
library that they share information rather freely, so...
No, you've got to commit to giving them information back as well.
Well, no, that's the membership with the Seekers, but they do run a public library, but you have to have a membership to borrow books.
Yeah,
We do.
see, that's where I did my research, because I don't have a membership either.
We do have a secret apprentice working on our crew.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's not necessarily part of the Seekers. He was just he was just an apprentice of one of the Seekers that survived his death. Right?
No, he's a member of the Seekers.
Oh, he might have joined the Seekers afterwards, but he was an apprentice.
Well, yeah, he was a member. He was an apprentice to a Seeker, and he became he joined the Seekers because of that. I mean,
Ald's the god in this game. If he says he's a Seeker, he's a Seeker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out the reasoning. We weren't,
Well, I mean, he took apprenticeship with a guy who was a Seeker,
Yeah,
and he liked the stuff that he was
we figured
doing,
that
and he
now.
became a Seeker. I mean, yeah, sure, he didn't have to, but you could just say, was he a member of the Seekers? And I would say yes. You don't need to figure out why.
But yeah, we're not there to borrow books out of there anyways. We're just there to do research.
We're players. We have to know why about everything. You know this.
Apparently so. All right, so you're going to pass on the information that you learned so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You got to wait till mid-afternoon to find that out?
I assume we'll be going to Braxon Specs. That'll be going on the interim, I assume.
Braxon's just working on stuff.
Ah.
Yeah, Braxton's on a ship. Right next to North Eric. Making a box. Blissfully ignorant that you want to go to the Seekers.
Busily hammering away while he's trying to read a book or something. He casts a silence spell on you or something. Oh, you can hammer in silence.
He probably would do. I don't know about the character, but that'd be something a PC would totally do to an NPC.
Norfair could probably just sit in the helm room if you wanted some quiet.
Alright, so, let's see. I mean, Lafdul's the one who's actually, like, has active stuff to do. Most other people are working on things until a certain
Well,
time.
no, I just go to the secrets then.
Okay, yeah. You pass on the
You
information.
still,
Do
you
you guys
still
want to
need to
discuss
go.
this in any way?
you still need to meet with your other dude in the mid-afternoon, but I don't think anybody else has anything to do until the ball.
Right.
Alright, I pass on the information. I
mean, if you guys, if you three want to like discuss this, bounce ideas off each other, you can certainly do that. Otherwise, just like Lafdul, then move on to something else.
Well, there wasn't really much new information. He's reclusive. He doesn't seem to interact with much people in social circle.
No one seems to have robbed him, so yeah, he's obviously, as stated, he is a man of his means, so he's got protection of some description, either by guards, wards, or something.
You mean nobody seems to have robbed him and returned to tell the tale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, were they unsuccessful, or did they just never try?
Was Lafdul privy to that bit?
I think all you know is he wasn't robbed.
Yeah, he's just not been robbed, or no one's bragged about it, put it that way.
Do we know that?
Well,
Lafdul knows that no one has within the Thieves Guild publicly stated that they successfully robbed the guy.
Okay.
How did you find?
I wouldn't say
where
he's been robbed. I say he's just a man of his means. You know, he's got protection. I state it like that.
Where does he live? Exactly in the city. If you want to bring us over to the map, Ald.
Yep. I'll go ahead and do that.
Is he in the Shou district or is he somewhere else?
He is outside of it.
Oh.
Considering he's not actually Shou himself, that makes sense.
Map time.
And let's see. Yes. Okay.
Zoom.
Procure.
Oh, that's zoom out. Zoom in.
Yeah. Where was it? Did he ping?
No, I haven't yet.
If you remember, if you hold shift, it will pull us all to that view.
Yes, I know. I was changing a map object.
Mm-hmm.
One ping only.
So this purple building that the E is on.
Oh,
it's not that far away, actually.
I think I need to zoom in a bit.
Yeah, you might want to.
Just around the corner.
Big one, man.
I'm there. I can see it.
Where's the ball?
The ball is going to be right here.
Oh.
Aha.
Okay.
No surprise, it's a freaking big to-do.
Which one was it again? I didn't see. Okay, I see it now.
Lord
That
Chan.
big yellow one.
Chan Fu Wei.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now that I know where he lives, find it again because I got moved.
Well, somebody told all to hold down the shift button.
Yeah.
There it is.
There we go.
Purple one, eh?
Yep.
Just
Are
around
those other buildings actually attached to it, or are they separate?
You don't know. You haven't been there.
Is there like an alleyway? I'm just referring to is there an alleyway between the buildings?
What? You haven't been there.
That's fairly close to the ship.
I'm just trying to understand this map a bit better. Is what I'm asking.
Well, I don't know exactly what you're asking. I mean,
when two buildings are touching on the map, is there generally actually an alleyway on there, or no?
If buildings are actually touching, then they're generally actually touching.
Okay.
Is this just one house belonging to Ryuto, or is this?
You haven't been there.
Okay.
It's the state.
Well, you see,
so
the Machito house is split, so they only live in part of the house.
Thing is, from the sounds of it, Ryoto's much better off in terms of wealth than the Machitos are.
Moneylenders generally are.
But we'll find out. We'll find out of it soon enough. But
actually, that's something we could.
What I was thinking, it's like, now I know where it is. It's like, well, one of the things we could do is look around the frickin' place and see if I see rabbit tracks, big footprints of some of that match with big ass barefoot footprints.
Remember the noise that who was it? Higgimus heard.
It was in the street.
Yeah, but the street is.
It was on almost the street, I believe.
So.
That was like a while ago.
That was 2 nights ago.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that was just a distraction, so she could sneak out.
Maybe. It could be a random encounter.
I'm biting my tongue.
It could have been a random encounter.
It could have.
Maybe it sounds like every night though he rolls to see what will happen. So.
Yeah.
Because I hear the dice rolling it.
Well, that could mean nothing. Could just be rolling dice to screw with us.
All just likes to make us think. That's all.
I'd say
doing it now.
I suggest we go past that house on our way to the Seekers.
Well, you're already at the Seekers.
Yeah, we're at the Seekers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go have a look around at that house during the ball.
Okay.
Because he's not gonna be there.
How do you know?
Maybe.
Oh,
it's a
if
good
we
bet,
determine he's likely to be at the ball because he was at the last ball.
I'm biting my tongue.
Oh, that seems pretty reasonable to me.
It's a good hunch.
Yeah.
And if you're wrong, you'd see lights in there.
He could have servants, though.
He might have servants.
Yeah, he could. I'm expecting servants to be there, but I think he's not going to be there. I'm not going to enter the property itself. I'm just going to have a walk around and checking for tracks.
Well, don't forget, he's fairly close to the ship. If you want to keep a watch on things, you might be able to get some of the crew to hang around in the streets.
That's just too suspicious. I'm not there. I'm just gonna have a look around, see if I can spot rabbit tracks or any unusual tracks of any kind.
Okay. Lafdul, what do you want to do now?
I guess I can see the scribe, I guess.
Okay. Did you want to do anything before you went there, or did you just want to head there straight?
Is it like a private shop or something, or is it just a home?
It's a private shop. There's a small shop.
Alright, I would go there. I'd go straight there.
Because you still got time before the other guy wakes up, so.
Alright, so you head to Calder's Scribble shop, and let's see, where can that be? That can be
Did you say?
Actually, wait.
All right.
I need to go back to the where is it? I know it's on Discord. Mashta residence, because I need to see the invitation, so to speak.
I thought you weren't gonna get a forgery.
Yeah, but I still need to have an idea of what I'm talking about. I can't just say anything.
All right. So are you going to look at it and try to describe it, or what?
I doubt he can copy it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he can read Shou.
Let him.
Yeah, that's a good. He just made a very obvious point now. Yeah, I could have a look at it at the very least. I just go there.
So you're just gonna ask Nobuon if you could take a look at the invitation before, and then hand it back?
I would just. I'm going under the guys that I'm just checking in on Ockar, and I thought, well, we're investigating this. I'm gonna check over the invitation. If you just let me look at it.
All right. The invitation is written in common.
Yeah, I totally can't read it, but yeah, fine.
But you recognize the lettering.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
That's
you can recognize the lettering as common as opposed
languages.
to a Shou written language. Unfortunately, since you can't read it, you don't know exactly what it says.
I want to do something. No. I was going to get Ockar to read it. Now I could just copy it while he's. No. He's looked at it. He's got a vague idea of what.
You could still have Ockar read it to you, so you know what it says.
I could totally do that.
Yeah, all right, that'll do. I was a bit lost onto how to go about this, actually. That's if
out of
character
to question. It's a non-weapon proficiency thought to learn how to read, right?
Yeah.
All right. Reading common, so nice.
All right, so you get you get Ockar to read it to you, so you know exactly what it says.
Yeah.
And then
what does it say, so to speak?
It basically says, in very fancy writing, you are hereby invited.
Is Mashta with us at the moment?
But yeah, probably.
Yeah, you basically called Ockar
into
the room, as opposed to taking it to Ockar.
I could just get Mashta to read it out to me. What's the difference?
Not much. You're just.
Yeah.
Do you want?
No, I just get Mashta to read out to me.
Okay. Nobuon reads it out to you. It says, "You are hereby invited to a ball." At Lord Chan Fui's residence. It gives the current date, which I have not been keeping that close track of.
Yeah, I just say, so to speak, I'd say the date.
And then it lists the names Mashta Nobuon, Mashta Homoko, and guest.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And then there's Chan Fui's seal at the bottom.
How complex is that seal?
It's fairly
Is it
complex.
like a wax seal?
Yeah, it's a wax seal of a ring. It has a strange unicorn-like creature on it.
It would be a known seal then. I can assume anyway.
I guess that'd be like the Emperor seal rather than a Jade Dragon.
If he's a well-known person, he's bound to have forged stuff of I don't think I'm going to get a forgery anyway. I don't think I am, but...
Alright, do you want to go check it out anyway, though?
Honestly, not really, because I don't plan on getting a forgery. Not in this case. I'd rather advance time to when I meet the thief.
Alright, if you don't want a forgery, that's fine.
No. Because I can't see myself blending in. I honestly, I cannot.
Yeah,
it's too obvious. I don't have... Yeah, so I'd rather
even if you buy nice clothes, I guess you could get a good disguise, maybe. But
yeah, I look like anyone, but still, I would need to be part of an entourage of another person's family or something. I can't just say I'm invited. I invited myself, because that guy knows who he's invited, so to speak. I suppose it's just the front man. He's checking them off a list, so I'd have to have access to that list as well, or something.
Maybe.
Generally, if they have actual physical invitations, there's no list. But you're thinking modern times, mate, where you get sent an invite through a text message, and then you go, and then the guy at the door has a list that he checks off names.
Well, in old
that's
times,
a more modern concept.
In the old times, what they actually did was they had a list, and when you walked in, they would announce you, "This is Prince Lafdul of Bulb."
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, if you don't want to get a forgery, that's fine.
All right. Now you've piqued my interest. Sorry, I'm going over there now.
Okay. I mean, sure. I don't want to pressure you into anything.
Fine.
Okay.
He's going out of sheer curiosity now.
All right. It is this small building right here. That's his shop.
All right. He goes in. He knocks on the door.
It's Calder is an older man, maybe in his late 50s, early 60s. He is currently working on something. You can't read it, and he, as you enter, he holds up his hand, not even looking up, as he's writing.
I greet him.
Hold on, he says, and he continues
raising eyebrows.
After about 5 minutes, he puts his
5 minutes.
Yep, 5 minutes. He puts his. If you want to leave before the 5 minutes, that's
no.
Okay.
He'll wait. He'll kind of sigh a bit.
He puts his quill pen into an ink vial and looks up at you and kind of mops his forehead with a handkerchief. Thank you for not interrupting me there too much. I just needed to get the finishing touches on this contract. Now, how can I help you?
Detail is important, I see. Yes.
Isn't it always?
Uh-huh. Don't forget the give thieves cant or whatever code word you're given.
Now, I would greet him, and I would go up to him, ask him. You work in writings and stuff, essentially.
I'm a scribe, yes, so of course I do.
So how far does your work extend? I'm talking about the extended reach here.
I do whatever people come to me asking for. That's legal, of course.
I go legal in quote marks. All right. I do thieves count. see if he clicks on or not.
He raises his eyebrow at you.
No.
Why didn't you get to that in the first place? So you want one of my special works, then?
It's more of a query. There's this ball in Shelltown. Let me just find the name. Lord Chan Fui's. He's hosting a ball, and I was just curious to know how hard would it be to get a forgery invitation.
I've done invitations for his balls before. Only twice though. I assume you're a member of the Juggler's Men then.
Maybe.
Alright, well, let's see. Do you know what the current invitation says? They change them up sometimes.
My memory's not good on this. Yeah, well,
Just say you tell them, because...
Yeah, I do. But I don't know if I can say that, though, can I? I just relay the information if Old wants to go with that.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
My memory's really bad with these things.
I could always write them down next time.
I was writing down the contact. I didn't write down the information now. The important part, you know.
Yeah, the important part, not the part that is what the invitation says.
The thing is, I knew it. I could explain that it had fancy. Well, everything's got fancy writing, but you know, and how it was addressed to Nobleone and his daughter. And I would state about the date. I would state the seal. You know, important information to the best of my knowledge.
I can do one of those. Is there a name that you'd want written down?
Well, I'd ask him. Would you happen to know how many non-Shou people go there?
I've never been to one myself, but I've never done a forgery for a member of Shoutown, if that's what you're asking. Or if that helps.
What would you tell me what were the races you did the forgeries for? Were they human or elf?
They were both human.
Yeah. There's a bit of a problem. Would me being an elf be a problem?
I honestly don't know.
Yes. I don't know if I could go as an elf.
They have elves living on Brow, you know.
Yeah, but it's not an elven... Alright, no, we're going to have an elven forgery.
There is an elven noble house, too.
Yeah.
And you could change, you could make yourself look differently. Even if it's just an illusion, it might work for this.
Alright, I'll ask him to give me a half-elven name. I would come up with something.
Half-elven names are either human or elven, depending on which parent raised them.
Elven, then. I come up with some elven name. Oh god, do I have to go for an elven name generator? Can I do that during the break? I'll come up with a name.
Yeah, you can come up with a name during the break.
So yeah, I would go as that person.
Do you want a guest?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were just there for price checking.
No, I am actually curious. I would ask him how much it cost.
If he wants to, he can go. Or he can at least try.
I'm curious, though.
Prince Lafdul.
Well, the price will be for, let's see, for you and a guest. I need to do the seal.
Mentioned when it's happening. Could he even get it done today?
Yes, I can.
Who will be your guest?
I can get it done today. That will, of course, increase the price. But it would be 500 gold pieces.
Wow.
Well, it is forgery, so.
Lafdul, you'd have to decide on.
Wow.
Who goes?
Yes.
The thing is like.
I would probably say leather, but Because it's either you or Yeldan that's going to have the information. And you've got magical abilities.
The thing is like, yeah, you could get a forgery, right? Forgery is great and all, but none of us are going to be able to blend in unless you pay someone to disguise somebody. Unless you pay a lot of money to get yourself disguised.
If he hurries up, he can hurry back to us and say and tell whoever he chose to go with that they should go and get dressed, get some dress.
And
well, keep in mind that it's name and guest.
Oh, it's not the guest is not named.
Female or male named, so
the
it would
guest
either be Leva or
need not be named.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I misunderstood in that case.
That's how Nobleon's invitation is.
All right, yeah. Laugh.
The thing is like you could get the forgery. It's 500 gold pieces. How much money are we getting for the job? For the whole party.
If Lafdul wants to do it, he can do it. It doesn't.
James Ockar, he spent like what 800? How much did he spend? 600 gold on the spell thing.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's doing it for.
I spent.
To advance the quest.
We're getting 3,000 gold pieces. We don't need another person in the ball.
It's up to Lafdul. It's up to Lafdul whether Lafdul goes or not.
I'm doing it. No, I am going to get the forgery. I'll do it.
Okay.
I will look at the money for it.
It's your money, so we're not going to judge you.
Yeah.
You better tell the person you chose so they can get prepared.
Well, but just because it says "and guest" doesn't mean he has to bring a guest. Yeah, just because it says "and guest" doesn't mean he has to bring a guest. So if Lafdul gets this forgery that says "and guest" and everyone else is like, no, then it's just he just goes and says, yeah, my guest couldn't make it or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know Leva will be curious enough to say yes, please.
Okay.
But yeah, it would say "and guest."
Yeah. So you're gonna go ahead and get the forgery done.
Yep.
All right.
I will just pay him in a gems 500 good if he's alright with that. Or would
I'm not...
I can give him lesser gems and money.
I don't. I you give me the gems. You say that they're worth X amount. I don't actually.
All right,
know
I'll come back for the money. Give me like.
Oh well, I mean, if it's going to be a case like that, then I'll take them as down payment until you get the coin.
How can he exchange the gems if he leaves them at the place?
I've got more gems. I've got it.
The problems with liquidity.
I raise an eyebrows at him, but yeah, I'll put.
It's kind of what you get for taking the gems rather than the coins.
I will put down a down payment of 1 aquamarine.
All right, then
I will be back with a coin in like half an hour.
Okay. It'll take me about 4 hours to get this finished.
Good, okay. I appreciate your service.
Thank you for your custom. All right, and we'll go ahead and take our break here. When we come back, we'll go ahead and get the name that Lafdul wants on the on the invitation. I'm looking forward to seeing the name that he comes up with, and hopefully get to the ball.
Name.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Lafdul.
Oh
no! I can just put myself down as Yeldan.
I do like. Have you seen the suggestions for the elf's name in Twitch?
No. Oh, Squishy McElf Pants. Yeah.
I think that might tell someone that it's probably a forgery.
keep them coming. They probably won't get used, but do keep them coming.
All right, we'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone.